Today is the first kind of real opportunity for me to earn my way into a Pro Tour event. Obviously, you can get in through ratings, and I'm on the wait list. I think I'm number 10 right now for the Open at Austin presented by Flight Factory Discs. And so I'm here Monday for the qualifier. We're gonna get a quick practice round in, and it's just gonna be me. I don't know who else is here. It's like 10 a.m. I had to get down here before we check in for the Airbnb, scope out the course, not throw too many shots so I don't tire myself out because the qualifier is at 3 o'clock today. So we're gonna warm up, go and check out the new course, which doesn't look anything like last year's course. It is a par 64, about 9,075 feet. So not crazy long for like a Pro Tour style course, but some tight shots, some interesting shots. And I want to make sure that I give myself the best chance to qualify because 3 people out of the 31 who are signed up right now will be getting in later today, which will be tomorrow's video. I know it's been a while, but we finally got a new stamp. Massive shout out to my illustrator, Keith. He reached out, wanted to do some stuff. So this is the first of a 3-part series. This one is me in Texas, obviously. UV glow zones, metal flake color glow Romans, which also glow pretty well. And these are a nice straight counterpart to the S blend as well as the halos that I've had with just my launch stamp. My favorite mid-range in the world right now is the S blend Chariot. This thing is so straight with a nice overstable finish, very torque resistant. You can throw it hard, but very reliable. Old MD3 mold is going to be good. I blend Emperors. I love these because they're pretty cheap for distance drivers and they're bombers. A lot of these have slightly lower parting lines, so some of these for me are going to be like those flip up and just like ride forever discs. All these you can snag, first link down in the description. Thanks for watching, and now let's get on to the Open Austin course, which does have some changes because I played this before the Monday qualifier, and that video comes tomorrow. And so I think they changed the par and one of the holes, and they raised some baskets because I played it so early on, but still a lot of fun and a really good redesign. You'll enjoy this course, and you'll enjoy watching it on coverage tomorrow. Back to it, bye. A little more chill today because I just need to kind of dial in and practice, and I only have about 2 hours to practice this whole course. I'm a little nervous, but I'm trying to take the same mentality that I had in the last round of Waco, which is just any other round. Just play my game. I know I'm good enough. I kind of abandoned that for the last 4 holes, which is why I was 4 down and then I went par, bogey on holes that I could definitely birdie. At least 16, 17 I just got less aggressive because I'm like, oh, let me protect this score. And I think when I do that, I get insecure, and so I throw worse shots instead of just like, I could still play for birdies, you know? I'm good enough to do that. I have no idea where T1 is, but maybe it's back here somewhere. I don't know. We'll find it. I got another opportunity. That's all you can ask for is opportunities. See what you can do with them and try to get better with everyone. Okay, there's the T-pad. There's just no goodies next to it, so I didn't realize. Oh, if we're playing Chain Star Pros, I'm a happy man. I like these baskets. Really like the staggered stance weight shifts compared to my inline, especially when you get a little nervous. It's just hard to know like how much to pop it, whereas here and just back and forward and hit name point while spinning it. Significantly more consistent, I found, and especially consistent power. OB all around this basket. 405, we got a tailwind. It's only like 320 to clear, so that shouldn't be an issue. Maybe try a Dynasty first. Dynasty Roman, maybe big wide shot with the Emperor. I'm not gonna be scoring today because no need to score, frankly. Okay, that was pretty good. Honestly, almost a little long. That was I need some warm-up shots, so try Roman. That's it. Just touch a hyzer out to the right, let it swing in. Yeah, pretty straightforward shot. The name of the game today is gonna be kind of what my game plan was going into Waco. And for today, I don't mean for practice round, I mean for the actual thing, which I guess this is the practice round for the qualifier. But the name of the game is just gonna be making sure that I give myself looks and then not bogeying. Don't throw it OB, don't 3-putt. Just put myself in a position where I can make a putt and do my best to make it. And honestly, I've heard the qualifiers are kind of weird, that it's gonna be all paper scoring, so I won't know anyone's scores until we're all done. So basically, I'm just trying to shoot as low as I possibly can, but like as safe as I can. Because I don't want any big blowups, because if I don't know the score and it only takes like, say, even par or 1 down to get in, to be top 3. And I'm like 2 down, and I'm like, oh, I need to push for more. And then I end up double bogeying, and then I bogey again. And I get 1 over and I miss it. You just don't know those things, and I'd rather just protect my birdies by not bogeying today. Okay, these are all slightly short, and there's a little bit of room out wide. So I think that Roman play, just flatter, is money. Just don't turn it. We should be good. I think I like the Roman over the Dynasty. I just don't want to have to worry about stuff turning
just like stay straight and get some finish. This one flipped up to flat, and I don't know if I can turn it. I'll probably have to throw it a little bit more, but this stayed on hyzer the whole way and was good. Nope. One thing I didn't do well in Waco was kind of think about which holes to go for, which holes to kind of lay off a bit. Because I was able to birdie every hole. Maybe I didn't get a look in practice, but like the shots that were required to be thrown, I have thrown before. And so I was like, oh, I can birdie all these holes. And there were some holes where I kind of got too aggressive instead of just laying up, playing safe, and trying to take my par. And so today I'm going to see if there are any holes that are like that, or if I should be going for all of them, or obviously going for them safely. But my mind is kind of more so in attack mode to get birdies, because that tends to actually be safer for me, because then I'm not like, ooh, do I just play this layup? And then I end up shorting it because I know I'm laying up, and so I need to throw it soft, quote unquote. Wow, there's a lot of OB all over this course if you kind of look at the stuff that I'm showing on screen. This might kind of just be a mid-range layup. Sits, it's good. Might have put myself too close to that tree. Just in case, I'm gonna quickly try a forehand. We'll see kind of where that goes. That was a little early out of my hand, but if that's in a good spot, it might be the forehand. My forehand has not felt super confident this whole week, and I think a lot of it is aim points and commitments. So if I just make sure I finish and fall through forward, it could be good. There does seem to be a good bit more space to that right side that you want to play through. We'll try one from back here, but I think it's definitely going to be the forehand. That was a little sawed off. I think, though, if I just throw something flat or on hyzer, it should wind up in a good spot. Oh, we still got 430 out. A little right to left, this Emperor. Huh. Need something a little straighter. That's where kind of that interval would play, but I think my more typical landing zone should be in this area with the forehand, and then we should have another probably 350-foot forehand in. Inside. I keep missing my aim points. Wow. Try this interval again. Much better. Yeah, that interval on a forehand for me is really good. But that Emperor actually might have been the best shot of the group. It might, based on if it skipped at all after it got over the green, it might be parked. The first Emperor that I threw the eye blind on the backhand is pin high, just right, and so close to OB. So definitely don't want that play. Yeah, this one, I think I'm okay with the 4. All right, hole 3 looks like a bit of a toughie. We got 360 feet up the hill. We're not playing that short one. Oh, how I wish we were. It's probably better for separation, though. We're playing to the long one, which is 360. Looks like 30 or 40 feet uphill elevation, so probably plays close to 430, 450. There's OB only left, so you just don't want to fade out or skip. So I probably want something that stays on turn and then like gets to flat. Oh, that thing is flippy here. Holy crap. That's why I can't figure out flip points. That's no man's land. All right, let's try the interval. Oh, baby, headwind. Wow, what do I do here? Just try this Emperor, because this one will hold turn. There it is. All right, we'll see how far that OB is up there, because that's a putt. Just in case I feel like I can go with that. If I throw that disc on every hole again, I mean, good for that disc. Oh, that FPO position is really cool because you got that hillside. It doesn't really slope into the green. I think that Emperor is pretty good though, so I'm probably going for this one because when I stop trusting that I can throw that shot and I go into a secondary shot, which I think is safer, it's typically out of insecurity and not out of like a secure play for birdie, or for par, which would probably be lay up to this tree with the forehand, hope you don't roll onto the green, pitch up. I'm gonna point you at the basket, take out some stable discs, and see if I can get up and down. I can't even stand up because of the thorns. Wow, sick. They're taking the picnic tables. Okay, I don't think that's hole B, but it should be. I mean, it's just thorns in there. I couldn't even stand up to try to throw a shot. During my in the bag, I said that I might just be throwing that Emperor and this Emperor, depending on angles. And I might actually just add this in, and it might just be those 3 discs for this whole entire qualifier. Because everything else, I just got to figure out flip points, unless I need a roller or something. Play. What is that basket up there? That's not ours. That basket kind of looks huge. Right by the clubhouse. Hole 4, 460 down a hill, maybe an MV, left and beyond, and there's a green short. We are looking at a tailwind, and honestly, it's just so downhill that I think the play is going to be putter or mid-range. Probably mid-range might even go too long. The OB looks like it's inside of the circle long and almost inside of the circle left, and it like cuts into that river. I think we'll try this base MV first because it's going to flip up, and we do have a little tail. Oh, I didn't get over that green by much. Dropped a good bit. Try this on some Anheuser. Might stay in the air a little longer. Not necessarily Anheuser, just a little bit right. Skip off the green. See if it's skippy. Oh, it's kind of sandy, not skippy. Okay, maybe it's actually a mid. Just keep it on hyzer, keep it a little safer. I would rather go OB a little long and just chill. That's OB long, that's for sure. This is a fun shot to throw. I think keeping it safe is name of the game. So it might honestly just be one of those envies, just throw it a little harder than I threw them because I didn't pump them as hard as I could, and they're both safe. That flip up one is a little safer though. So never really touched the green. Not high enough. Not stable enough actually. Okay, big skip. Maybe try Conquer. I haven't thrown this disc yet, but pretty overstable. Just over the trees is kind of my aim point. That might be good. It might be that Conqueror. That's a fun shot to throw though, no matter what. Oh my gosh, I'm still getting it on. Oh my, this thing is watering all the way over here. Stop it. Woo! See where these envies got to. This envy, super wet now, but also just on the edge of the circle. I really like that as well. Birdie. And then this envy got a snag. Woo! Both of these two were only OB by a few feet. I think the Chariot was like 2 or 3, and the Emperor was like 5 or 6, but a few feet is a stroke. I'd rather stay safe, give myself a look. Because these greens have all been pretty fair. Like, they look like, oh, it's in the circle, and it's like, kind of on the edge of the circle. Maybe even a little outside. I've been really happy that there haven't been holes yet that I've played on tour that I'm like, oh, I can't birdie this. Some that might be hard, or maybe I'm playing too safe of a tee shot to really feel like I can birdie it. But none that I'm like, oh, not possible. Which, that's very encouraging for me, honestly. The skills have started catching up. At least like the throwing skills, not the consistency or a lot of those other skills, but the throwing skills, they're catching up, which is awesome. Ignites a fire under my butt that after this week, regardless of if I get in or not, I will be able to continue training better putting, better consistency, like better forehand, and just trying to get great at all these things during all the events I play throughout the rest of the year, whether that's on tour or not. But hopefully getting ready for 2025, if I can get a tour card or something. We might try to go for this here, but it would definitely be foolhardy. I don't even see lines painted yet. This one is a par 4, 520 feet. We have a headwind, so not gonna be worth it. Oh yeah, you have to stay above these little ridges. Okay, it is lined out. OB line extends to infinity, but you can basically go as right as you want, it seems. Get over it, through it, something. It's basically where I'm playing to, but that's a little too high. Ooh, that is scarier than I want. That's not fading enough. That's perfect. Still scary, wow. Good news, this line is pretty down there. You can't see it very much, but it runs along the inside of the hill rather than the top, which makes this hole much more manageable. All these are safe by 40 or 50 feet at least. Probably still will just throw a backhand with either the putter or the mid. The Chariot was very safe. We'll throw from back here. I don't see the OB line up there. I'm gonna guess 312. 260, 267, not even close to 312. That's a much more committed shot. Still not right, still not left enough. Now wind, you gotta push it. Looks like that might be the spot I'm landing. I do hope I get in so I can play this hole in a tailwind, because I think I can give myself a putt in a tailwind and try to get the Eagle 2 on par height-wise from the tee. But you cross these valleys. It's kind of nice that the grass is a little bit more tamped down where they sprayed the OB since they sprayed it so recently. Much more generous greens than I thought it looked like on the caddy book. Not that they're like massive, but you got some room. All right, 13 more holes. We'll get through them pretty fast because my wife's at a coffee shop. We haven't checked into our Airbnb yet. Got about an hour and 15 minutes left. Should be enough time to get the lay of the land on these. I'm not gonna lie, this course, again, I'm way biased compared to other tour players who played a lot of tour courses. And now you're on a slant, so that's fun. Dude, this course is sick so far. I'm loving it out here. 535-foot par 4. Ooh. Wow, OB that runs along the right side, it's staked. You see the Mando tree? It's kind of in line with that, and it just goes the whole fairway. There's kind of a sneaky right-hand gap. And since it's so short, I think I'm gonna try to play that because there's no OB left. See, like, that's okay, because I was aiming for another gap. Like, that's fine. I think the forehand is kind of my gap hit play right now. It's really just about kind of accentuating the fall through and committing to the angle. I'm gonna throw one back in just because it'll finish the right way. Don't be scared, man. I can hit this gap. We'll try this Roman. I'm good enough to hit gaps. I just have to remember that. This is, again, playing into that, let's play the scared play instead of the play that I think is actually smarter, which might be a little harder, but I can do consistently and commit to and stay low on my throw. And I hit that tree and kick left, fine. I can pitch back in the middle, get up and down. I'm probably not going OB unless I way overturn it after getting past this tree. I'm also really trying to have a lot more positive self-talk on the channel because my self-talk tends to be pretty negative. And a lot of it is like self-deprecating for humor's sake, but that does translate into my game, you know? The more I can talk to myself as if I'm actually good at this, the better I'm actually gonna be. So I'm gonna try to start doing that more. These wooded holes, birdies, hopefully they come. But this is super tight, and from back here we're playing it for a par. Maybe from the Roman we play for a birdie. Nice. Stay low on my shot and follow through. Forehand and backhand. Have an aim point, stay low on my shot and follow through. So when I forget to do that I start spraying it a little bit. OB staked all up and down this right and left side. I don't see the OB on the left side yet. It might be in the creek, but we got a rope starting from here that, according to the caddy book, is just inside the circle up by the basket, pin high. Try to throw a backhand, either flip up or kind of through this left gap. But this, because of the low ceiling over on that side, if I just keep it low, fall through slightly down, not super down, keep it in the middle no matter what. Sneak. Ooh! Actually, this might be a good one for the FD1 on the forehand. Just to really make sure I flex it. That's OB. Yeah. My forehand is not committed right now, so some sort of backhand for sure. Hole 8, 570 foot, par 4. Looks like straight ahead we got about 270 feet worth of real estate, and then another 300 feet. There's OB on the right side and the left side, of course. You could take up to 3 meters of relief from the creek edge, which is money. Because of this, I think it might actually be a flip-up dynasty. It's a good set. I might be trying too hard with all of those. I felt like I really tried to get in there and smack it. Trust that I can finesse one. We'll go with the Chariot. Be smooth. I mean, my finesse Chariot's going 300, 310. Like, that's all I need. So I gotta remember, you can throw at different speeds. I'm not gonna play all this out. Pitch up. I'll look at the landing zones from these ones that I kind of shanked and be like, where do I want to play them from? Or where do I want to play them to? And then just try to get there, because this is close to OB. Luckily, it's not. Definitely could have gone. Okay, with the upshot looking like this with all these trees up there, there is like a straight gap to get through. I think I want to be another 60, 70 feet straight up, but I can obviously turn something and try to keep it straight through there. Maybe an Envy, maybe a Chariot. Probably Chariot because of the low ceiling, honestly. But you need to get on turn and then just get it to go dead straight. And if I hit those trees up there, I can scramble, because if I'm back there scrambling to here and then I have to scramble again, recipe for a bogey. So hopefully we can throw a safe shot here. And just kind of throw from good spots. Again, a little scramble, that's fine. Hole 9, I think it's straight up the hill and over that thing. Or 745 it calls it. You have to carry about 340 to get inbounds. And then there's a hazard at 450, and then it's just kind of straight up and right. I didn't see a crest over, but I think it's a pretty good shot. Not 440 up the hill, but good. There's a lot more open space to the left. This didn't even come close to the hazard, which is, like I said, about 450. Well, I guess it's kind of close, but, you know, I gotta give myself some credit, probably. And it looks like there is like a sliver of safety up there, but, I mean, not a lot. Oh no! Maybe a dynasty because we're going uphill. No way! All right. Is there a backhand hyzer? There might just be like a straight up hyzer over that. Slow. Oh, somehow not OB. That's gonna be tough. We want to be lefter so we can just throw something straight into the green. Having to turn something over a guy is not gonna work, so don't want to turn that one into a bogey. There's a couple no's. I was so scared of like throwing it too low and smacking that guy because I tend to throw really low golf lines, and that Roman was shanked. Where the heck did that go? That's another hole. I can give myself a look, but a 4 is not losing strokes on that guy. There are gonna be some people who don't even get over that clearance since it's the qualifier, not the actual tournament. Hole 10 is gonna be a little par 3, 315. All right, we got a headwind coming up the hill. The grass looks grabby. I don't like that this guy is back facing me and just like right there. Some people are definitely gonna be taking this wide hyzer. There's a little bit too much of a right to left right now for me to think about doing that. Probably throwing envy down the middle. Ah, shoot. It's safe at least. No, it's not. Nice and low. Nice envy on a hyzer at it. But the first time he didn't flip because of the wind, that one's gonna be money. All right, back end keeps me safe. I can't obviously say this for sure, but if I don't bogey, I think I get into this tournament. I keep thinking these are like little dynamic discs judges or something. It's just sprinkler systems. I like that these kind of don't bounce you back in. As a bad shot, didn't really deserve to be in bounds. We'll probably throw something like that. Got a big hole here, I think. I like this kind of trend that I'm seeing. Starting back 9s off with a par 5. Lots of lined OB. I see the right side, I see the left side, it's the grass. It's gonna be probably a forehand placement shot. Just kind of throw it at, like make sure I don't turn it and just get it out there. If I get 300 feet, it's only 700 left. That's definitely gettable. A little bit of turn in that headwind. I'm not loving, but it should be center cut. Not quite. That's weak sauce. We'll try this Emperor and just see kind of, maybe that interval actually would have been good, just keep it straight, but try to throw this on like just the inside of that right line. That is too scary for me. It's never gonna be OB like when it touches in, but that is so scary. This is where we landed the first one. The second one is literally 250 feet farther. So that's pretty sweet, but to that bunker that's way out there, it's 465. It looks like it pinches up there. So you wanna be a little left of the green or just short of it. And then the OB is circle 2 on both sides of the basket down there, so. I think there are gonna be a good amount of people who 3 this hole. Why do I keep getting all these guys right as I'm, I guess it's because they're doing their job. Why am I complaining about people doing their job trying to make the course look nice? Yeah, that's what you want. Okay, that's back in the bag for those like hyzer stand-up forehands. Just gotta commit to the shot because it is pretty flat, so it gets a little like knifey and dumpy if you don't actually commit to it. Sweet. I love the basically not super necessary double Mando. I mean, it's kind of necessary here because of the players that we have on tour, or that they have on tour. I shouldn't say we yet, but when I come out here and skip left, I think it's about 375. Probably gonna be Dynasty or Roman. So we'll try Roman out this game. Swipe out with Romans. Oh, it's too high. All right, so this is a weird little par 4 here. It's like 430 or something. Kind of on just basically a hyzer line. I threw some really bad hyzers, like straight hyzers into a headwind. And one of them was definitely short. The other one maybe is up here, but there is some sort of OB line up here. For some reason it's a par 4, so maybe I should treat it like a par 3 and just be like, hey, get 3 no matter what. I might run back over there, throw it one more time. I was able to go and find both of those. It's actually very refreshing down there. There's a little headwind blowing onto this hole. Okay, I'm gonna take this extra eye blend, show myself that I can throw 430 feet again, because those are both really, really bad hyzers. This one, I mean, more than cleared. Basically, I got up to the screen, which again, hey, easy 3. I don't mind juicing it too hard, trusting it'll get left, even if I throw it a little long. Drilled it. Dang it. I got like 10 or 15 minutes, so hopefully we can rip them fast. Eye blend number, it's in the bag for this hole. Keep finding reasons to put these discs in the bag, which I guess is good. That's the whole point of having that side pocket. All right, 545. Basically get out of the gap, and then it's down to the right. OB all along the right side and OB down the left side until you get out the gap. Seems a little safer to go the right side. So maybe I try that after, but this is the play I'm more confident in right now. Really bad play. Dang. I think that might skip OB. If it doesn't skip OB, I love that play. Otherwise, I'll try one real quick, just down that right side with the scepter. Sneaky. Gross. I'll be able to figure them out for the tournament, but today's not that. It's so different, which is so odd. It's like, oh, I have a practice round, but it's like very different mentality because it's not 3 rounds trying to attack differently during the rounds. It's 1 round that I just have to get top 3. I don't even have to win, just get top 3 out of 31 people. So even these pretty bad shots, I think, are in somewhat of a position. It's gonna be a very specific flex forehand through here. Is that the basket I'm looking at, the basket? So it's straight ahead. I thought it was even right, because you need something to flip and turn or hit a small gap. But from here, I think in the tournament, my play is just, or in this qualifier, just lay up out the gap. Get up and down for a very easy fork. But that does make this right side much more enticing, because if you get right here, you can go for it. Maybe try a forehand down this left side gap. Maybe just try to go up the right side gap. I'm gonna be what I'm most confident in the moment that I will not go OB, because I should be able to get up and down from. It's kind of a tricky green with the slopes. That's why you lay up the 40 feet and make the putt. Oh, not bad. A little high on the follow through. Add it. 345 out there. A little headwind. That's too much. Oh, a little deep. Ooh. Dang. That was hole 15. Just playing through again. I get so nervous playing through, and I always rush it a little bit, which I know I should take my time. That's another hole where I'm like, man, maybe having some sort of neutral 7-speed would be good. And that headwind, I probably could throw my FD1 and get there, but I threw that Gannon Emperor, and it went 30 or 40 long, like really solid throw, but like way too much. So that's definitely not what you want. Just barely in bounds. Roman's a little too much. I think the Chariot was going to be close to parked, and so it's probably just going to be a driven mid-range, even though it's slight headwind and kind of uphill. It's only 345. I was worried of throwing that first. I was like, maybe it's not going to be enough disc, and then I feel like I was giving it an ace run before I hit those branches. Lots of birdies out here. Really excited to go get some lunch and get back here for the tournament, baby. Quick little change. Looks like we got a couple options here. It's 375 right. So they call it 368 on U-disc. Not quite sure how far it actually is, but I'm sure that's just how it plays. Hyzer forehand. Try not to stand it up and get it there. And then we might try a conqueror on kind of a flex line and see how far it skips. Just a little hyzer. Follow through right at the hazard bunker. I didn't hear anything, so that could be good. Felt weird on the forehand the way that I threw it, so I really don't like that. Try conqueror and then maybe try the Sphinx on a roller line. Okay, I love that flare skip. Okay, this is way more open than it looked like from the tee. This looked like it pushed kind of even closer to where the basket even is. So that's nice. I'm interested to see where the OB is, because I think that conqueror now is a perfect shot. My forehand, now that I'm really snapping it and trusting it, I'm liking it a lot more. Which one is a better look? Okay, conqueror even. Okay, it's far. I don't have a massive forehand. Maybe I can even try to throw this flat and skip in front of that and get a nice glidey flare skip. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing, is throwing this thing as flat as I can instead of on a lot of hyzer, because that felt weird on my elbow and it came up shorter than this super overstable disc. All right, hole 17 looks pretty sweet. You can see the Mando sign up there, more than likely. We're going to short basket, actually. This is the one tee pad or hole where the FPO plays the longer basket than the MPO does. It's 417, 419 is what I'm ranging to. There's no OB right, because we got that Mando. There's a lot of OB left. So you need to hyzer flip something or just straight up turn something through this gap. Oh, that's not turned a single bit. That's like straight OB. There is a little tailwind, so that probably helped to keep it stable. Where'd that going? Okay, that's down there with a 45-foot look, right? I like that I could swing that flat to hyzer and have it drift over. We'll try the similar shot with this Emperor. We might not need that interval. That might be a little more overstable than I'm looking for. Try to be a little smoother since it's, I could probably smooth the distance driver to this distance. Okay, we got a lot of cabbage down there. I love the look of that shot though. My guess is smooth Emperor, or even maybe that interval, because that interval is pretty flippy now that it's gotten a little beat in. And I can basically throw it flatter, slight hyzer. It'll turn through this gap and get there, and then we'll have more stability at the end than the Dynasty. Also has more speed, so I can go a little farther a lot easier. So that one's, I think, past pin high, but about 50 feet to the right. The Dynasty and the other interval, I shanked them. Maybe those are actually the shots if I do play the tournament, but I have no confidence in them today. I'll have to practice them again, and I don't have time or arm. That interval is kind of edge of circle, maybe just outside. So really good. Sphinx also down here really well, but I think the shot is definitely gonna be the interval. Just keeps cruising down this right side, and if it gets some fade, great. If it doesn't, great. This was basically all turn to 35 feet. So that's staying in the bag too, which is money. 2 intervals for 2 different shots today, and one last hole before we come back here and try to do it for real. The basket, you can probably see some red just peeking through over here. We're ending on a par 4, basically all wooded, OB right and left, a late Mando, and I love for spectators that this is the finishing hole because it's just a golf fairway right next to it. I think this course, they did a really good job on this course. I'm really, really impressed by it. Lots of great additions. I mean, it's basically completely different than last year. I don't know if there's a single hole that's the exact same, and it's a really good course. I'm really enjoying being out here. I think the players will love it, but obviously I'm not one of the top players, so maybe they won't, but I really like being out here. Looks like there's a good amount of room to the left-ish. Little hyzer stand up. We do have a tail left to right. Not great. Not really great. Okay, things are flipping. So now we'll just try the Chariot and the Roman. I guess those are my gap discs today. I like that, but it might move too far left. Yeah, I like that a lot. Big ol' skip. It is a really good thing that that Mando's up there late, because I just walked up to this Dynasty. I'm like, oh, I got a hyzer. No hyzers for you. Okay, this Chariot is safe, but barely, and it's bad. You need more distance. So it's either going to be Dynasty or interval up the middle. The interval might even still be short. Wow. None of these are great. Let's see where the Roman got to, because the Roman and interval I both really liked interchangeably for how good they were. I'll throw from, oh, Roman's OB. Wow, okay. So you need more turn. So Dynasty or interval through the left side of the gap, drifting right so that we're kind of in the middle of the fairway. Good to know. Oh, wow. Way too much trust in the understability. Oh, not even close. There we go, baseball guy. Much better. Still not great, but much better. Not that much hyzer when it's left-right, just flat. Okay, this course is definitely tough. You can bogey a lot of these holes. There's birdie available on all of them, I think. Don't need to play for all of them, just play all the good shots that you can. But I definitely like to be closer to 4 or 5 under to feel really confident. But me saying that doesn't, I'm doing my best to make sure that that's not like a, hey, put that number in your head and make sure you get it. Just more so, that's what I think for the sake of the video. Thanks for watching. I know this was probably a really long one, but I think we got a good opportunity today. We're gonna try to make the most of it. See you guys tomorrow for what happened in the qualifier, and hopefully I'll be playing this wonderful track for 3 rounds in a Disc Golf Pro Tour Elite event. Peace.